information about that on the Jinky site and YouTube channel. It's one beautiful lecture from Berlin, 2018, that he gave in the front of thousands of German genetics and speak
Wow,
about.
that's so powerful. That's so
Yeah,
powerful. We're
very.
talking like people don't know about these the Jinkies. They think, oh, it's another like tarot kind of thing. No, it's actually
No,
based on science. It's
very.
science based, human design, the I Ching. I mean, I spoke. By the way, everyone, if you want to learn about more Richard Roth, listen to the podcast number 1. It's still you're gonna find it on their Spirituality Now podcast. His name's Sovereign Futures, and it's in English and Spanish, so you get the double kind of thing service. But Sanja, I love this. Thank you for bringing this out, because this is the first time that I understand about the cells, the proteins, the creation. The first time. I mean, and I used to be married to someone that teaches about the DNA, and it's very well known for that. And he was a great teacher. And all the time that I was married, I couldn't get it. Even I will do Google the book biology books. I'm like, I don't get it. And you came and this, that. The cells communicate. And finally, I got it. 50
Thank you
years
so
on
much.
Earth. Thank you for that teaching. So, Sanja, so the yin keys are 60. Remind me, how many keys are in the book?
64.
64.
Yeah.
And today we're going to talk about the Gene Key 55. Since you come from and I think this is such a powerful, I love the number 55. That's part of my numerology. I'm a line 5 for those of you curious ones of the Gene Keys. I think that's how you say it, line 5.
Yes.
And the Jinky 55 is victimization, freedom.
Yeah.
And I just want to focus on that one. It's so much, it's so rich, but because of your upbringing and the background of being a survivor of war, refugee, walking through everything that humanity in the other side of the world is also going through right now, right? And I mean, it's like you lived, and I'm gonna, I'm not trying to offend anyone. My mother's heart. I've told Sanja, would love to time travel, get Sanja and her sister out of there, bring her with me. I adopt them. I bring until the war is over. I would love to do that. I would love
Okay.
to be like the thousand hands of the Divine Mother and go rescue all the children, but I can't. I cannot
God
even
bless.
rescue myself sometimes, right? But I would like to do that. But the 55K, I think it's matching all the body of your work. You being a business person, constructing, creating from depletion, from war, and and this Gene Key. Tell us about the Gene Key 55.
That is the most beautiful jinkies, because that is the only one that have the same name for the gift and for the CD. CD, that is our essence, or divine gift, that is word from Sanskrit. And everyone else have different words, but the 55 have only freedom. And in few sentences, when we don't accept responsibility, I am creating this, we are in the victimization. And accepting responsibility, this is not happening to me, this is happening for me.
Yes.
It's pivoting, okay? And we, in contemplation, use a lot of questions. What this try to teach me now? In one point of my life, in mature age, I realized, okay, Sanja, now after all this background that you have, you playing a victim. This is not you. Because you now behave like someone else like that you behave. You ask for permission. Can I go there? Can I go that? You're giving explanation for stuff that are normal, and that it's where my work starts. I say, okay, this is the pattern of my mother. My mother start to work at age of 15 also. That is some genetic pattern in my family that we have huge transformation very early in the life. And I say, okay, I
So
don't
that's
want
the
to be
genetic
like my
pattern
mother.
that
I
everybody
really
has.
want to live free. And the freedom
Pause.
was only
We
wish
lost
for
Sanja.
me
Can you hear
during
me,
the games.
Nisa?
Okay, I want to be happy and I wanted to be free. And when I listened to Richard when he speak about children and everything else, he say, okay, only thing that you need to ask from your children is to be happy. And when I will send my youngest daughter to the kindergarten, I say, okay, have a fun today and be happy. And my husband would say, who has a fun in kindergarten or who has a fun in school? I say, okay, I would like to send her with that thought. No, with that sentences, no, with some other else. So the victimization is the state that it's very, very familiar here on Balkan, because sometimes I have a feeling that we live in last century.
Yes.
That's
Yeah, tell me a little bit about that, because I lost connection. I could hear you, but I couldn't speak to you. But I love that you just said, first of all, I love that you always are giving examples. This is something I teach in rebirthing. I statements. I've never heard you complain about someone else, Sanja. Everything, my challenge with you, like, when we've been mentored, the way we've been dad and friends, is Sanja, stop taking too much responsibility that is not yours. That's the difference. But tell me a little bit about that, because I think in Mexico we have that is huge, the victimization pattern. And so you were telling that in Serbia, victimization is huge. Keep going.
Yes. We have something similar, Mexico, and we was on the Victoria's Secret blacklist for catalogs and for opening the store also. That is something that I experienced in 2000 when I asked for franchise for Victoria's Secret. He said, no, you in Mexico, you are on blacklist. I say, okay, this Mexico is very interesting country. A little joke. Actually, not joke. I was asking a franchise for Victoria's Secret when I was young and crazy. That was idea before a time. That is when my line 6 was, okay, lot of in front of her time. But in victimization and playing a victim in our life, we are very familiar here in Balkan, because a lot of women expect from their husband to take care of them, and in return they say, okay, I will do everything what you want. And when time pass, they realize, but I'm not here, I'm not happy here, I'm not fulfilled, I don't work, I'm just in the house, I'm playing a housewife, and that is usually desperate housewife. No matter how many money or how big car you have, when you speak with them, you see that they are very, very unhappy. And that it's bright future, isn't it, my teacher?
Yes.
That is something that I experienced also. My husband, when he met me when he heard my story, he became my savior. I will save you. I will give you a life that you deserve. But in that case, he became too protective, and I'm start to playing a victim. and
Oh.
I wasn't happy there. I was in fear. What if I stay too late with my friends, be having wine and stuff like that? But
Mm.
interesting thing come up later when I became aware that is the pattern of my mother and start working with Manja for start.
Mm.
After some deep work, I'm come to him and say, I don't like when you speak with me like that, and like that. And I don't like that you give me a restriction you cannot do and you cannot that. And he say, no, I didn't do that. I say, what?
Mm.
No. You can go whenever you want and you can be just tell me, not tell me I will come up to midnight and you come, I don't know, in midnight and 50 minutes. I said, what?
Hmm.
And it was, oh my God. Like a story from last convergent class. Where is the frog?
Well, yes. That, just for we should talk about it. Is we are in an inner circle together, Sanja and myself, and the inner circle is called Convergence Spiritual Master Leadership Inner Circle. It's closed right now. It's not open for anyone. We'll reopen the doors until next year. But we were in there, and there's a sense saying that says the imagine. So all of you who are listening, imagine a bullfrog sitting on a rock. You saw it? Can you imagine it? So, where is the bullfrog? And you'll probably say, in the rock. No, in your mind. It's in your mind. It's even if you, and then it says the sense saying, or both. Is it in your mind or on both? It's on the mind. Even if you see it physically, you are seeing it through the mind. So much things we make up with our mind, right, Sanja? It's
Yes.
unbelievable. And sometimes we make up things like, I have a tendency to make up things like great things, like, oh, this person, he told me, or typical in relationships, he told me, you are the love of my life. But they just say it. And the next day it's like, wait, what happened? We have all of these creations and stories in our brain. But the GK55 victimization freedom, I love how you said, you gotta take responsibility and listen. I love what Richard Roth says, that we cannot chase freedom. We
No.
can run out and sell everything and drop
Mhm.
our dreams and become a monk or hermit drifting about. We have no chance of dropping our dreams. We have to be so patient. Freedom will come on its own without our doing anything. We have to live as a human with all the trappings and trimmings, and from within that, our freedom will arise. And I think that's what's been happening with you and with the people you serve, right? That is arising, that
Mm,
and the patience part. So that's the Jinky 55. I love it, love it, love it, love it.
mm.
And I think it's called, tell me something, I don't understand this. The Jinky 55, which is based on abundance and patience, why is it called the dragonfly's dream? Do you know anything about that?
Because that it's like, how dragonfly live? First period
Ah,
of,
right,
of
right.
their life, they live in the lake under the
Mm,
water. And in one period, they find one grass and start
mm,
to to change.
mm,
The transformation start. And
mm,
no one can force freedom. No one can force dragon transformation.
right.
And me from I don't know, it was, I think, 2018 when I was
Mm,
on your first class of
oh,
futuring,
yes.
and you know me now, and
Mm,
you notice that transformation in me. Yeah.
mm, yes. Well,
And
I
that
love.
it's that
I,
it's
yes.
and after that, when the dragonfly
Yeah.
transform, he became a flyer. Because of that, it was warm.
Mm,
So it's the that kind of transformation, and every free human being being is really transformed